Okay, so thank you so much, Nedson, board members, SEO Plus team for helping me out with this awesome presentation, and the community here tonight. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm really thrilled to be here. So thank you, for choosing to spend your hour with us tonight, and being mindful of time. Right, we're gonna stop right at 6, and if I can't get to all of your questions, feel free to email me, and I'd love to connect later on. So in today's webinar, and if you hear that sound, I'm just letting people in. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let me get to this slide here. So in today's webinar, I'll discuss my journey with innovation, data, and artificial intelligence in digital PR. I'm going to share some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way that have really helped my team. So I hope that together we can learn and we can leave, with some takeaways, and you can leverage with your own AI project, innovation project, whatever you have on the go. So hi, everyone. I'm Catherine. I'm the digital PR team lead at SEO Plus. I'm a big foodie, traveler, and dog mom. I have a passion for empowering my team for innovation and helping my clients tell their story as industry leaders. I joined SEO Plus in May. In I think 2 weeks, it'll be my 5-year anniversary. So I'm super excited for that. I'm the Influence Committee Chair at SEO Plus, and of course, a CPRS board member, which has been great. Some of my speaker highlights have been at McMaster University, Algonquin, and soon CPRS. So my team and I have gotten some super notable placements on Forbes, Times, Globe and Mail, Reader's Digest, and I'm super proud of them all. All right, so a little bit about SEO Plus. We're a full-service digital marketing agency located in Ottawa, Ontario. We offer things like PR, web, paid ads, content, social, kind of everything you need in your marketing needs. We got you. We are a team of multifaceted marketing professionals across Canada. We serve a wide range of clients, and our focus is on multi-location marketing. We've won some prestige partnerships and awards. And this week, we actually got some exciting news that we were a finalist in Customer Service Excellence at Canadian SME Awards, which is always nice to start the week off with an award celebration. All right, so now let's review some of the webinar highlights that I hope you'll leave today with some takeaways for your own innovation journey. So 4 questions, as Nedson mentioned, feel free. I'm going to say some questions so you can, respond with emojis or put them in the chat or safeguard them for the end. So I'm just letting a person in now. Awesome. Okay, so a couple of the takeaways that I hope you'll get tonight. So introduction, we've introduced each other and the board. I'll talk about why digital PR. Then I'll talk about activation and outcome goals, kind of helping you digest AI and really set you up for success. And the last portion is going to be on how to outperform and leverage AI for results. So I'll be highlighting processes, tools, and hopefully some new things that you can take away for your own team and company. And we'll wrap up with a Q&A. So yeah. I'm excited to get going. So first question for the room, what's your comfort level with AI? What would you say? You can feel free, put a thumbs up, put a party emoji, or maybe thumbs down. There's even a shock face. I know there's a lot of, there's mixed feelings about AI. Okay, nice. I'm seeing some thinking, some thumbs down. Okay, awesome. Great. Love it. Okay, so definitely a mix of, thinking, thumbs up, thumbs down. Awesome. Great to know. All right, so let's get started with, what exactly is digital PR when I'm referring to digital PR, and I'll probably refer to quite a bit this evening. So the graphic here, I find is a really good graphic that really helped me understand digital PR and all of the components that are included. And some of them aren't even kind of on this graphic. So, we have digital marketing, search engine optimization, also known as SEO. and your more traditional public relations mean. So love this graphic. It's always a good highlight for me. So now I'm going to highlight 5 pillars of why digital PR. So the first one is, building company visibility and expert reputation via online thought leadership. So getting your name, on Forbes or all your dream outlets. That's what I'm talking about there. Then we have connecting with the media and being a vehicle for managing brand stories through proactive and reactive approaches. There's an endless amount that you can leverage in digital PR. Then targeted specific audiences through earned and your more sponsored approaches. Then the SEO side of it, with that, the more that you get links with that equated right with that company visibility, that helps strengthen your backlink profile and really that well-rounded SEO backlink profile that you're looking for to really rank in the search engines. And the last part is it's fun and you get to collaborate with other professionals, just like we're doing this evening. All right, so this is my version of a virtual icebreaker, or what I like to call takeaway brainstorm questions. So Nadzin is going to put the questions in the chat, so feel free, write them down, and I would love to know your responses. Webinar. Here, yeah, after the webinar, or we can definitely connect after. Feel free to put your response in the chat. I'd really like to know what your answers are. So what exactly do I mean by these 2 questions? Why did I choose these 2 questions? So as my team often refers me, say, I love to turn the exclamation marks into, or the question marks, there you go, the question marks into exclamation marks. Maybe I've said it a bit too much now that it's not rolling off the tongue as easily. So these 2 questions, they really pushed me in my innovation journey when I transferred over 7 years of data into a custom project management platform that we use is Wrike. So I transferred miscellaneous Google Sheets from the space that had a mix of fonts and colors, and it was all over the place. So, I've spent over 80 hours customizing this space, and it has completely transformed how we operate as a department and really was the foundation to our innovation. Alrighty, let's talk about some activation and outcome goals. All right, so I see Nadzin has put the questions in the chat there for you all. Okay, so now time to set some activation and outcome goals. So what do I mean by activation and outcome goals? So these were 2 intentional goals that in the digital PR department really transformed our innovation journey. So activation goals, a question that I like to ask here is, what's activating the innovation fuel? So for me, it was overall clarity and empowerment for my team and clients. So I really wanted to make sure that our processes were as sophisticated as our clients. And we got our first ever back in 2021, early 2022, we got our first ever premium client. So they were really on that top tier package, but I really knew that our processes just weren't sophisticated, and I wanted to get to their level. And I wanted to enhance, clarity in communication with my team, because as you all know, I'm sure of it, right? Like tracking it on a to-do list on paper or through, messages is super challenging. So I wanted to make sure my team had that clarity piece there. And I also wanted to empower my team and share the opportunity for accountability and transparency. And outcome goals, what goals are you trying to achieve? And for me, in my department, it was increase results, intentional scalability, and thought leadership visibility. All right, so now on to the next section here. So now we'll be talking about where can you outperform in a competitive landscape, leveraging AI. Right. So I wanted to start AI, and a bit of the scary bit, right? Because I'm seeing from the reactions, right? We had a lot of thinking faces or thumbs down. So I wanted to start off with this powerful visual that, again, really helped me and my team push out of our comfort zone and really get into that growth zone and help us, again, transform our department, transform our old processes. Um, so this graphic is called the comfort zone. And you have 4 levels to get through to really push to the growth zone. So you have your comfort zone, right? You're feeling safe, you're feeling in control. Then you get to that fear zone where you're excited, you finally got out in the comfort or in the fear zone. You're finding a bit of excuses, but then once you get into the learning zone, right, that's where you acquire all your new skills. If your team, right, is on with on innovation, you kind of it's a group effort, right? You both all the team, right? You're acquiring new skills, you're extending your comfort level, and the growth zone that you're really leading to, you're striving for your innovation project. So that's you're setting new goals, you're finding your purpose, you're living your dreams, and you're conquering your objectives. And as comms professionals, I know words resonate a lot with us. So these 2 quotes, again, they really resonated with me. And when I shared them with the team, they also, it resonated with them as well. So first one, Tony Robbins. So change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. And John Maxwell, his is, change is inevitable and growth is optional. So hopefully, right, you can take these 2 quotes in this graphic and again, opens up your eyes of what you can achieve once you get out of the comfort zone. Question now for the webinar. How many people right now are leveraging AI within their own company? You can use the reactions, you can chat, unmute. Okay, awesome. A bunch of thumbs up. Okay, amazing. Awesome. So yeah, feel free, drop in the chat. Like, I'd love to hear the tools that you're using. Again, we can always chat, at the FAQ later. But that's awesome. Not even a thinking face. So okay, awesome. So I think the big question when we talk about AI, is it our foe? Is it a friend? Are we scared of this friend? Do we want this friend to be part of our friend group? And let's acknowledge it, right? AI is intimidating, it's overwhelming, but at the same time, it can be really powerful, fun, and effective when you use it. Over the past 2 years, I've really reframed my mindset around innovation and just overall automation. I think a big thing that I heard from my team and even our department and company as a whole was, will AI replace our jobs? And I'm sure we saw that in the news as well. And it is a scary feeling, right? But for us in PR and other departments, we've really leveraged AI to transform our processes, focus on human insights, and just leverage these tools for optimal client outcomes. So it allows us to really focus on the strategy piece of it versus all of the manual work that a lot of strategies, take in the PR profession. So some pillars of innovation that were super impactful were purpose, people, and process. And I've added some stats here that I always find are super interesting. So feel free read those while I'm going through the P, the pillars of P. So purpose. What I'm talking about here is, where do your experts and your company stand out from competitors? Are you using a tool that might be different than theirs? Can you write a case study, a blog, anywhere that you can really leverage, what you're learning in your industry and also with your tools? Is your company in the growth stage? are you ready to innovate, to really spend 80-hour plus, creating a whole new process? I hope after this webinar we'll be a bit more in that growth stage. And then people, it's really thinking about the types of topics that your experts can talk about and also feel confident speaking about. And processes, the last one here is, do these processes have owners? When we think of innovation, AI, they're great, but it can't be a set it and forget it type of approach, right? Someone really has to own these processes. Also make sure, right, they're updated, and you're really seeing that effectiveness of the tool that you're using. All right, so utilizing AI for competitive advantage. So I created this triangle here. This is my Canva skills. This is not our web team. So trying my best here. Definitely more PR than graphic design in my skill set. But yeah, I created this graphic to just really highlight the department's innovation pillars and priorities. So it allowed us to zoom out and see what types of processes in our current workflow were taking just a lot of manual effort and could, right, be scaled with automation. And if we look back at those brainstorming questions that are also in the chat, I knew when I created this triangle, I said, yep, these are going to be daunting in setup. These are going to take me a lot of time to figure out, but I was really thinking and pushing towards that long-term goal of, getting me out of that comfort zone, getting in the fear zone, getting in the learning zone, and then, where we're at now, very much a mix of learning and the growth zone. But yeah, it really allowed me to kind of transform my mindset, and allows us to, again, zoom out. So these are some tools. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if people have used some of these tools. I know ChatGPT is a big one. Google Workspace, right now we're on Google Workspace, so you can check that one off. But yeah, some of these tools are super great, and I'm gonna highlight some in the next slide here. All right, so I wanted to focus on 3 specific tools that we use. Yeah, I love a bunch of tools, but these are the ones that we've really been focusing on right now. So OpenAI, so it's a category of ChatGPT, but it's a very tailored approach to clients. So you can drop specific keywords, specific PDFs of profile tones or geographical limitations, kind of anything, any requirement that your client has, you can create a tailored approach. So why would I use ChatGPT? So why you would use it is, when you put all the information within the platform, it provides a better written copy because it has more information. Or I think that's often when we use ChatGPT, we're like, this is just giving me a very robotic, a very just something just from the web, right? It's very more of a plagiarized copy. But it also, right, it depends on the prompt that you're using. And if it's more general, then that's what you're going to get with a copy. But if you make it really specific and tailored to what you're looking for, then, that's where you get a copy that's, again, more, it's still, right, still a draft mode, but it gives you a really good baseline to work off of. Quoted is the next one here. If you guys are familiar with HARO, which is Help a Reporter Out, it officially sunsetted last week or 2 weeks ago. So that one is called Connectively. So Quoted is kind of an equivalent of Help a Reporter Out. So it's a hub, a platform where a bunch of journalists, they're putting all of their story ideas, they're calling out to the public, and they're really looking, right, to connect their stories and what they're looking for with experts. And I love Quoted. Quoted is such a good tool. If you're not using it, definitely this is the one, especially if you're looking for a lot of unique story ideas. And we've seen a lot of good results with this one. And it has all of the embedded automation and advanced technical tools. search functions. So it's really, really great. And you can also see the pitch intelligence. So, before spending an hour plus coordinating with a client for an opportunity to maybe have, 30 or more people who have already submitted their quote, you get to see that intelligence and also the process where the quote is and where the journalist is within their publication journey, which I love. I love to see that when I can go to platform and everything is there for me. It's great. And Agility PR, so the one on the right here. So this one, Canadian-based tool, and actually Ottawa. So big shout out to the Canadian folks. So we've been leveraging this platform to build our targeted tools and contact lists. So we're really working with the Agility PR team, and they create all of those contact lists for us. So again, reduces the amount of time that we're spending compiling all those contacts, making sure they're relevant, pulling relevant stories. Agility takes care of that with all of their embedded automation. And press releases, another cool feature that's on Agility. So for press releases, you can really just add topic, couple bullet points of what you're looking for, a logo, and with a touch of a button, Agility PR is going to customize that press release, and it'll be the press release format that you're looking for. And then at the bottom, the little graphic there that might be hard to see, but these are our distribution options that are available on Agility. So we're able to send the press release directly through the platform and also leverage these contact lists and also send the outreach that way. So you get to see your data directly on the platform. You can assess it. And if you sent, an outreach you thought would land, but maybe didn't land, it's a great way to open up and kind of see, okay, how many people opened my, my email, or what do I need to do to fix that? So you can also work with the Agility team to even refine your messaging, and they'll provide you tips. So this graphic, I know I was fangirling about Quoted for a bit there, and this graphic really shows the effectiveness of Quoted. So in that top line there, that's the submissions to date. And we started using both tools, so Haro, now known as Connectively, and Quoted in August. And then once we started using both of those tools, just our effectiveness of results skyrocketed, which is that second blue line down there. So our submissions are kind of, are very standard, but our submissions and results are really speaking for themselves with using the power of both the tools, and especially with Quoted and just all of the embedded AI, it really has transformed the results. All right, let's talk about performance valuation. I know a lot of people, right, we hear the KPIs, the goals, all of those fun things. And I always say, right, it really depends on your clients, their goals, what they're trying to achieve. But for us, our process this is just a little snapshot and kind of most of the time how we measure our performance. So we start off by reviewing the website metrics, making sure it's a really quality website that we want our clients to be featured on. And then through the Agility PR that I mentioned in the previous slide, we get to really take a deeper dive in the outlet itself. So we can look at articles, we can look at journalists that work there, and just really cater our pitch and make sure it lands in their inbox, and then hopefully it lands into a placement. And then that second step, so we get alerted through, there's a bunch of different tools out there, but the ones that we use are Google Alerts, SEMrush, they have a brand monitoring tool, and Quoted. So through that pitch intelligence, it really tells you, did you get included? Did you not? Or, which I didn't include here because you can't really rely on them, but journalists, right? So they publish the article, they're running through story to story, but sometimes, right, they'll send us the link of the publication. And then that third step is, sharing the placement with the client, really celebrating with them. And as you can see in this graphic, we got that party emoji because I think it's really important to celebrate with the client, to really provide that play aspect, right? To once they see that party emoji, they know it's going to be some exciting news. And especially, right, like big placements like Forbes, we want to celebrate those. So we really make sure when we send the placement to the client, we include a little graphic, we include the link back to the article, and we also suggest ways for them to really double down on the visibility. So that could be things like posting on their socials, posting it on their blogs with a little blurb, leveraging for other outreach methods. Again, right, really celebrating with the client and also showcasing that thought leadership with everyone in their network, and hopefully some prospects as well. And that last piece is backlinks and authority score. So the more that you're placed on Forbes and all of those dream outlets, the more that your backlink profile is going to start to increase, your authority score as well. And that just means, again, the more that you're placed, the more that you're visible, the easier it'll get for people to find you. Okay, so let's talk about some time savings with automation. So in this slide, what I did was compare the data of 2022 versus where we are at now. And I'm, super, super proud of this slide. It's a huge accomplishment. And, with the help of my operations team, they helped me compile this data because I'm more of a PR person. I'm definitely not a math person. So yeah, they made sure this data was good to go for me. And we compared the results of when we used to use our old processes, so at the beginning stages of automation, and then where we are at now, so when we're really embracing automation. So, you're probably seeing these numbers, some eyebrows might be raising, like, is she sure? She did mention she's not a math girl. So I hear you. And I was shocked when I saw these as well. But, how can you achieve these results? And some things, I want you to leave here is with these kind of 4 things, right? So being curious and just getting out of the comfort zone for innovation, right? Kind of seeing how you can branch out, change a process, just start, right? To get in the fear zone, start living. And then embracing AI and automation and all of its challenges, right? It's just like a person, we got to embrace them in every stage. And then enhancing clarity and accountability. I think this is a big one, right? Like just with automation, like it's always a huge part, right? If there's no clarity, if the communication is challenging or there's no accountability, it's hard to get good results and really be a team using AI and being as effective as you can. Another big part is that continuous training and feedback, right? Always offering feedback to the team if they're using a tool or they're testing it and they're proving it's, maybe not worth the investment. We want to note that, right? We want to make sure that we're taking into account the tools that we've tested and that we haven't tested, and also webinars like these, right? Like I'm excited to know the tools that you all are using, but embracing, right? Just the learning curve. Like I always want to learn and grow. What's next? The SpongeBob meme is always hilarious to me because I hope, right, you will leave. This will be you. You'll go pen to paper. You'll start all your brainstorm, maybe solve that, innovation project that you've been dreaming about solving, automating. But what I hope is that I've inspired you all with your next innovation project, and that you'll have some takeaways for your next brainstorming session. And hopefully I've turned those question marks into a bit more of exclamation marks.